We all know that WWE is scripted. Even when one wrestler brutally attacks another in the ring, these moves are actually practiced beforehand. However, it takes wrestlers years to master the moves they perform on each other. In today's video, we'll be discussing 5 fake WWE moves where the wrestler didn't actually get hurt, but still acted as if they did. So, without any further delay, let's get started. Number 5. Back in 2013, during the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event, Alberto Del Rio faced off against the giant Big Show in a singles match. Both superstars gave a solid performance, and fans were truly invested in the action. However, there was one specific moment during the match that made it obvious just how scripted WWE can be. As you can see in the footage, Big Show is standing still, holding a bucket in his hand, seemingly waiting for something. Suddenly, from behind, Alberto Del Rio attempts to kick the bucket out of Big Show's hand. Surprisingly, Del Rio misses a kick and falls awkwardly to the ground. Yet, Big Show continues to stand in the same position, holding the bucket, clearly sticking to the planned script. Instead of reacting, he waits and gives Del Rio another chance to complete the spot. On the second attempt, Del Rio successfully kicks a bucket, and it hits Big Show right in the head, knocking him down. This entire scene highlights just how scripted professional wrestling is. Even when a move is botched, the performers stick to the storyline, reset the moment, and try again to make the segment work as planned. Number 4. Next up is Drew McIntyre. One of Drew's most iconic finishing moves is a Claymore kick, a devastating strike that's taken down even dominant forces like Brock Lesnar. During the pandemic era in WWE's Thunderdome, Drew McIntyre had a match against The Miz for the World Championship. Both superstars delivered a solid performance, but once again, a very obvious scripted moment occurred that fans quickly picked up on. In the footage, we can clearly see Drew McIntyre landing a Claymore kick on The Miz. However, if you watch closely, the kick doesn't actually make contact with The Miz's face. Still, The Miz reacts dramatically, flinging himself across the ring and even spitting water from his mouth to sell the move. His over-the-top acting makes it appear as though he's been hit hard, even though there was no actual contact. This kind of situation shows the performative aspect of WWE. Even when moves miss the mark, wrestlers must continue selling them as if they were real. The Miz's ability to act out the pain convincingly helps keep the illusion alive, but for eagle-eyed viewers, it's clear evidence that WWE is entertainment first, with storytelling taking priority over realism. Number 3. Now we have the 16-time world champion John Cena. Among all his signature moves, one of the most debated is the 5-knuckle shuffle. While the move is meant to look impactful, fans who watch closely can tell that it's often completely fake and doesn't even come close to hitting the opponent. In the clip, Cena prepares the move by doing his usual routine, wiping his shoulder, running the ropes, and dropping the fist. But if you watch the footage in slow motion, you'll see that John Cena never actually hits his opponent's face. Instead, his hand slams onto the mat beside the wrestler's head. On live television, it might appear convincing due to camera angles and sound effects, but a replay shows the truth. Despite the move missing, Cena's opponent still reacts as if they were hit hard, flopping around the ring in pain. This is a prime example of how scripted WWE is. Moves are choreographed to look painful, but in reality, safety and performance come first. Cena's 5-knuckle shuffle is a great showman's move, but for anyone paying close attention, it's clear how staged it really is. Number 2. Next, we have a brutal rivalry between the big dog Roman Reigns and the monster among men, Braun Strowman. These two heavyweights clashed numerous times, but their feud in 2017 reached an extreme-level drama. One of the most memorable moments from that rivalry happened backstage, involving an ambulance and some serious WWE theatrics. During the segment, Braun Strowman attacked Roman Reigns violently and eventually stuffed him into an ambulance. Then, in a show of monstrous strength, Strowman attempted to flip the entire ambulance over while Roman was supposedly trapped inside. The scene looked intense, and the commentary added to the suspense. However, sharp-eyed viewers noticed something suspicious. Right before Braun Strowman flipped the ambulance, someone could be seen sneaking out of the back. It became evident that Roman Reigns had already exited the vehicle. But when the scene resumed, WWE portrayed it as if Roman had taken the full impact of the ambulance flipping, later showing him badly injured. This is another classic example of WWE scripting. While the visual was impressive, it was all part of a planned sequence. In reality, safety measures were taken and Roman had already left the scene. Proof once again that WWE priority is storytelling, not authenticity. Number 1. Up next, we have a hilarious and unforgettable moment from WWE history involving Santino Marella and JDG. This match took place back in 2013, and while both superstars gave solid performances throughout the contest, what truly stood out was one particularly over-the-top moment that left fans both laughing and scratching their heads. During the match, Santino Marella set up for his signature move, the infamous cobra. Now, as most WWE fans know, the cobra isn't exactly the most devastating-looking move in wrestling. It's more comedic than brutal. Santino typically pulls out a green cobra sock puppet, winds up, and then strikes his opponent on the chest or face with a stiff jab, treating it as though it were an actual snake bite. But during this particular match, JDG took the theatrics to a whole new level. As soon as Santino delivered the cobra, JDG acted like he had just been bitten by a real, venomous snake. He started flailing wildly, shaking uncontrollably, and stumbling around the ring as if the venom had spread through his entire body. His selling of the move was so dramatic that it looked like he was suffering from a full-on seizure. Of course, fans who watch wrestling for years and understand the scripted nature of WWE matches could easily tell that the move was purely for entertainment. Santino's cobra is a crowd pleaser, not a realistic finisher. However, what made this moment stand out was how far JTG went to sell it. He made it look like an Oscar-worthy performance. Whether it was intentionally funny or accidentally cringy, it certainly made the match memorable. This moment is a perfect example of how even a scripted mistake or an exaggerated move can become iconic if performers commit to the act. Despite the cobra clearly being a comedic and unrealistic move, JDG's dedication to making it look painful added an extra layer of entertainment for the viewers. So, that wraps up our list of 5 moments in WWE where obvious mistakes were covered up with great acting. These superstars turned potential blunders into unforgettable moments that reminded fans why WWE is as much about storytelling and performance as it is about wrestling. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like. Leave a comment below telling us your favorite scripted WWE moment, and subscribe to the channel for more entertaining wrestling content.